Hey everybody, Kelly Weber with the Bergen Realty team here today with Tim O'Reilly from A Better Car Service in Hillsdale. Tim, thank you so much for meeting with me today.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here with you. Yes, thank you.
Well, I'm so excited to share my experience with you and to put you out to the world. In the world of Ubers, having somebody that you can rely on, that you can pick up the phone and call. And for me, I've even done it last minute, and you've been amazing. So, you're a car service. So, can you tell me a little bit about your history and about your business?
Well, I actually started back when I was in high school driving neighbors to the airport. And then from there, it just picked up. And so I've been doing this now 51 years.
Gosh,
And
that's great.
we were really early on when people started to use car service and limousines. But we're now basically cars. We have Lincoln sedans and Lincoln SUVs. We stick with Ford products because they have the best warranties and the most reliability, which is extremely important. And we our pride is in the help that we have, the interviewing and processing the drivers and getting the guys that really do a great job and know their role as a chauffeur for people. But we provide anything that somebody needs. We have people that we drive the kids to high school, or we take them after ball games for people picking them up. So anything that anybody needs to do to get anywhere, we'll do it for all our regular customers.
That's amazing. So I have used you more times than I could even talk about. I've done just my husband and I've done couples. We've gone out with the girls, which we don't want to talk about those evenings
That,
because um, you have been there. You're on time. Actually, you're early. You've gotten me to the airport, and actually, I had an incident most recently where I overslept. And I'm telling you, you guys pivoted and moved and picked up my other person first and then came back to get me. It is nice to know that there is someone you're traveling, that there's somebody on the other end that you know and that you can rely on to pick you up
yeah.
and to take you to.
Well, it's trust and safety, uh, and it's flexibility too. That it's really important. And the Ubers, you don't know who you're dealing with because you don't know who's hiring these people or putting them in their place and everything else. But with us, we've interviewed them, we've hired them, we know who they are, we know where they live, we know what they do, and we have experience with them from our other clients. And we really take everything very seriously, and we like the feedback, and we use that tremendously to keep improving ourselves constantly. It's so important. But
I've
safety
never,
today is really
oh
the
my
key to everything.
gosh,
Yes.
absolutely. I've never ever been in your car where I had a driver who I did not have an exceptional experience with. So the customer service and the client connection is really top notch.
Yes, thank you. It's extremely important that if somebody says they don't like something about somebody or the way they drove or did this or that, we just take them out of their profile and they don't see them anymore. It's extremely important because we want to deliver what the customer needs, what the customer expects, but also to provide them with a comfort. You come out and you see somebody and you feel comfortable at 10, 11 o'clock at night. And if your plane is delayed, like a lot of them are nowadays, you could be 3, 4 in the morning. And who are you getting
Yes,
in the car with? At least it's somebody with us that
trustworthy.
working with us, and we know exactly who that person is.
Can we
So
talk a little bit about the airports,
well,
nowadays?
the airports today are so challenging because of the minimal amount of controllers that they have in each airport, and the backup and delays that happen almost immediately as soon as any of the weather changes. And so anything that's in the air usually can land unless they divert it. But usually they don't let them take off until that point. But once that happens, you could be delayed constantly for different hours. So if you're using us as a car service and you're coming into Newark Airport and they have a shutdown for some reason, we'll pick you up at LaGuardia, we'll pick you up at Kennedy or Westchester, anywhere you need to go. And or you might come into Washington and then decide you don't want to wait 3 hours for the divert plane to take off again, so you can hop on Amtrak and come up, and we can grab you at Amtrak.
Yeah.
It's really that flexibility that gives our customers so much more diversity in everything they're doing, and especially when people are flying in to attend an event or be at a meeting, it's important that they get there because
Yeah.
otherwise it just doesn't happen.
It's so true. And the constant communication is what I like because I've been stuck in the air and I'm able to text. I'm like, listen, I know I'm going to be late. Are you going to be there? And you're like, we got you. Don't stress. Ask for a drink and let us
Exactly.
worry about everything, which is great. So where you'll travel anywhere, correct? Can we talk a little bit about
We're based here in Bergen County, but we travel anywhere. I have driven people to Pittsburgh. We've driven cars to the kids that are in college in Michigan. We've taken people's cars to Florida for them. Anywhere in New England. Nothing's off limits. It sometimes can be rather expensive, but it's worth the while of the people that want the service done to
exactly?
pay us to do that. So they know it's going to get there, know it's going to be safe, and it's not going to be stuck on a truck somewhere or whatever, wherever it might be. But it's important for people to have a comfortable feeling, especially when they're traveling, because people are very nervous when they travel, even though they might not say so. It's easy for them. There are certainly a lot of people that don't like to. People are going earlier in the day to get the first flights out, so they're guaranteed that the planes are there at the
Yes.
airport. Because if the planes aren't coming in the morning because of weather, at least the ones that are there get to take
Get to
off.
take off. Absolutely. Well,
So
that's what I do.
yeah, so it's 3, 4 o'clock in the morning we're taking people to the airport,
Yeah.
and you can't trust the weather and the scheduling and everything, and if they don't get the proper crew there, there's
Mhm.
delays, there's cancellations, and we have all that information in the computers. It's tied to the driver's cell phones, and information is distributed immediately. So we
Yeah.
like if you're diverted, we know ahead of then when it happens that where we have to go and call somebody to make sure that we're going to get you at the right location at the right time.
Well, I love the fact that I have a trusted, resource and friend like you here in New Jersey. I also, one of the first things I did when I bought and, purchased a place in Florida was find the Tim O'Reilly in Naples, Florida. So his name is Kenzie, and he's always waiting for me when I get off a plane there because again, peace of mind, no stress. And I know who's going to be there to meet me. So I just want to recap. So you do airport trips, you've taken us to weddings, you've gotten sprinter vans for us where there's groups of us going out into the city, ball games, plays. So there's nothing you haven't done. You don't do.
Anywhere on the East Coast.
So I am going to put your information in the feed of my social media post, and I'm telling everyone out there, you want stress-free getting from point A to point B, you have to use a better car service. So Tim, thank you so much for meeting with me today, and I hope everybody reaches out and sees what a great asset you are in my life.
Well, thank you for having me in your life and your business, and I appreciate everything that you do for me. And we're certainly here to do anything and everything we can do to make your life stress free.
Well, thank you, Tim. You have a great day, and I'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you so much, Kelly.
Thanks.
Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye now.